His prompt directive. Hello, it's time for News Hour on Souk News, reaching you live from our studio in Lagos. Coming up, President Tinubu presents 2024 budget to National Assembly. Nigeria government soon to launch automated passport application process. Exports tax federal government on Nigeria's 3 trillion naira logistics sector. Canada commits $14.86 million for African security. Thank you for staying with us. I am Grace Komolafe. We begin from the National Assembly, where President Bola Tinubu presents the 2024 budget earlier today in Abuja. In a significant move, the president revealed that the budget totals an impressive 2.75 trillion naira, and the budget allocates 8.25 trillion for debt servicing, 8.7 trillion for the capital budget, and registers a deficit of 9.18 trillion naira. With an exchange rate of 750 naira for $1, the government aims to fortify economic against global challenges, emphasizing resilience and strategic fiscal management. He urged private sector partnership and pledging support for business-friendly projects, underscoring the critical importance of security, outlined plans for a comprehensive overhaul to meet global standards, and anticipates a 0.3% rise in the economy for the year 2024.
Careful review of development in the world oil market and domestic conditions. We have adopted a conservative oil price benchmark of $77.96 US per barrel and daily oil production estimate of 1.78 million barrels per day. We have also adopted a naira to US dollar exchange rate of 750 per US dollar for 2024. Accordingly, an aggregate expenditure of 27.5 trillion naira is proposed for the federal government in 2024, of which the non-debt recurrent expenditure is 9.92 trillion naira, while debt service is projected downward to be 8.25 trillion naira, and capital expenditure is 8.7 trillion naira. Nigeria remains committed to meeting its debt obligations. Projected debt service is 45% of the expected total revenue. The budget deficit is projected at 9.18 trillion naira in 2024.
Similarly, President Tinubu unveils plans for operational student loans board starting January 2024, aligning with the budget of renewed hope, demonstrating a commitment to the less privileged. The president promises interventions in tertiary institutions and seeks collaboration with the 10th National Assembly for enhanced welfare.
human development with particular attention to children, the foundation of our nation. To improve the effectiveness of our budget performance, government will focus on ensuring value for money, greater transparency and accountability. In this regard, we will work more closely with development partners and the private sector to address long-standing issues in education. A more sustainable model of funding tertiary education will be implemented, including the student loan scheme planned to become operational by January 2024.
The Nigerian Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji Ojo, has announced the imminent launch of the automated passport application process within the next few weeks, assuring that the technology, which is 99% completed, has undergone thorough and thorough testing and is ready to go live shortly. Tunji Ojo noted that the new automated process is designed to simplify passport applications for Nigerians, allowing them to complete the entire procedure, including the submission of biometrics and supporting documents from the convenience of their homes, emphasizing the government's commitment to balancing national security with convenience. There must be a meeting point of both security and comfort, he said. The minister further disclosed plans to implement e-gates at all Nigerian international airports by February 2024, as the initiative is aimed at streamlining immigration process, providing efficiency for Nigerian travelers while maintaining security standards. The government's push for technological advancements aims with its broader strategy to enhance the efficiency, security and convenience of passport processing, with the initial launch delayed for system refinement and error correction. Still with ministries, Nigeria's Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dele Alake, has unveiled enticing incentive to attract foreign investors during the Mines and Money Conference in London. Alake emphasized low production costs and untapped mineral resources as key selling points to global stakeholders. The minister highlighted Nigeria's geological richness, boasting over 44 mineral types across 500 locations, with a special mention of the strategic importance of lithium. He stressed the government's commitment to reforms, simplifying procedures and reducing barriers to foreign investors. Recent reports indicate positive growth in Nigeria's mining sector, contributing 0.85% to the GDP last year, a 0.63% year-on-year increase, urging investors to support local communities and contribute to socio-economic development. In another development, in order to restore peace and security in some areas at the Federal Capital Territory, the Federal Capital Territory Administration has announced plans to reclaim and repurpose ungoverned spaces occupied by hoodlums and criminals. Similarly, it will also convert these open spaces into parks and recreation centers as a strategy to reduce crime rates in the neighborhood. The director of the FCTA Development Control Department, TPL, Mukhtar Galadima, who revealed this, expressed concerns about the persistent return of hoodlums despite multiple clearance in Kalampe extension. Galadima emphasized the unsustainability of the area for any activity due to its proximity to a high-tension line. He also acknowledged the possibility of internal and external exploitation of these individuals and assured that an investigation is on the way to bring those involved to justice. In another story, experts have underscored the urgent need for the federal government to focus on Nigeria's overlooked logistics, courier and transport sector, valued at over 3 trillion naira. This disclosure was made at the Korea and Logistics Management Institute Conference and Investiture, which was held in Lagos, with the theme, Logistics Solution and National Infrastructure Development. The CLMI Executive Chairman, Professor Simon Emeje, emphasized that the fields of Korea Logistics and Transport Management had not received the attention it needed from the Nigerian government, as the sector remained relatively untapped on a global scale. He urged the multifaceted contributions of logistics, from facilitating trade and enhancing the supply chain to creating job and propelling economic growth. Despite its undeniable significance, the Nigerian logistics sector faces hindrances such as infrastructural deficit and weak government policies, preventing it from reaching its full potential. Emeje's call for immediate attention echoes the sector's crucial role in sustaining and fostering economic prosperity. The former Minister of Communications, Barrister Adebayo Shittu, urged the Institute to draft a comprehensive proposal for government adoption, offering assistance in facilitating engagement. Moving on, the World Health Organization has sounded an alarm regarding the increasing rate of tuberculosis infection in Borno State. The head of mission and country representative for the organization, Dr. Walter Mulombo, expressed this concern during the 13th WHO End-Term Joint Operations Review in Yola, focusing on the northeast region of Nigeria. The session, which encompasses Borno, Adamawa, and Yobe states, areas affected by the Boko Haram insurgency, highlighted the urgency of addressing health challenges arising from the conflict. Assuring the readiness of WHO to collaborate with the Borno state government to tackle the issue, Dr. Mulombo urged stakeholders to take swift action to accelerate assistance and achieve the UN Sustainable Development Goal of leaving no one behind. We take a break and return with foreign news. Please stay with us. Welcome back. It's still News Hour on Soup News, and thank you for staying with us. Now on the foreign scene, Afrexim Bank has entered a groundbreaking partnership with King's College London, aiming to advance healthcare education in Africa. The recently signed Memorandum of Agreement set at King's College London Stan's campus on November 24 marks a significant step towards establishing a cutting-edge medical and nursing school in Abuja, Nigeria. This collaboration not only seeks to bridge the healthcare gap in Africa, but also aims to redefine medical education standards across the continent. The agreement lays the foundation for a comprehensive scoping study to assess the feasibility of the medical and nursing school alongside the African Medical Center of Excellence in Abuja. Leveraging King's College London's expertise, this visionary project is positioned to transcend borders, contributing to the advancement of healthcare education throughout Africa. The partnership signifies a bold initiative in empowering Africa's healthcare landscape, ushering a new era for the continent. with the potential to produce quality healthcare professionals for Africa and beyond. Afreximbank and King's College London are poised to transform the healthcare sector, emphasizing the importance of self-sufficiency and excellence in healthcare education. And in Africa, Angola has commenced diamond mining operations at its new Luele project, which is considered to be the largest in country and one of the world's largest in terms of estimated resources. The development comes at a challenging time for the global diamond industry, as demand for diamond jewelry has been affected by factors such as high interest rates in the U.S., sluggish recovery in China post-pandemic, and competition from lab-grown diamonds. The Luele project, discovered by Angola's state-controlled diamond miner Katoga in 2013, is anticipated to be the only significant new diamond mine to begin production in this decade. According to reports, the resources are estimated to contain 628 million carats of diamond with a projected lifespan of 60 years. The project is expected to gradually increase its annual processing capacity from the initial 4 million metric tons of one per year to 12 million tons over the course of a new year. The pilot stage of the project has already yielded a significant production of 5 million carats of diamond. And away from that, Canada has pledged $14.86 million during the Dakar International Forum on Peace and Security in Africa, reinforcing its global cooperation commitment. Honorable Rob Oliphant, Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Melanie Joly, made the announcement focusing on addressing security threats, including chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear risks. This funding and extension of Canada's peace and stabilization operation support aims to counter misinformation, enhance social cohesion, and promote accountability for human rights violations in Africa. Parliamentary Secretary Oliphant stressed Canada's dedication to partnering with African nations to address threats to peace, security, and democracy. Through the Peace and Stabilization Operations Program, Canada has contributed over $34 million in 2021 to 2022, supporting conflict prevention and peace building. The collaboration reflects a strategic and comprehensive approach to address the continent's challenges, demonstrating a shared vision for a peaceful and secure future. In another development, Italy, Saudi Arabia, and South Korea are vying to host the Expo 2023 World Fair in Paris. This highly anticipated event attracts millions of visitors and billions of dollars in investment. The three countries have been engaged in intense negotiation and lobbying efforts in the French capital in order to secure votes from the 182 member states of the Bureau International des Expositions. In the race, Rome has positioned itself as a more ethical choice, emphasizing human rights, democracy, and sustainable development, making it a credible contender against Riyadh, which is currently seen as the front runner. This event held every 5 years, bringing in significant tourism and investment. Over the past few months, the international delegations of Italy, Saudi Arabia, and South Korea have been actively campaigning and holding events in Paris to gain the support of the 182 member states. And the United States is gearing up to introduce paperless visas worldwide, making a significant shift in the visa application process. Following a successful pilot project in Dublin, the Biden administration aims to revolutionize the traditional stamp of posted visas on passport pages. Deputy Assistant Secretary of State for Visa Services, Julie Stofts, announced this groundbreaking initiative, emphasizing its potential to simplify verification processes and reduce dependence on physical documents. The paperless visas securely stored in a government database eliminates the need for physical attachment to an applicant's passport. This approach offers various benefits, including reduced processing times and costs, eliminating of the need to send passports to the U.S. Embassy or consulate, decreasing risk of loss of damaged passport, and simplified verification of visa status. While the widespread adoption of paperless visas is not immediate, the Biden administration envisions an implementation timeline of approximately 18 months or longer, maintaining interview inquiries to distinguish it from e-visas issued by other countries. And that's a wrap on News Hour. Thank you for staying with us. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms. I am Grace Komolafe. Good afternoon.